Hi guys, how's it going? It's Shannon, aka Morbid, and I want to welcome you so much to my channel. I have something really amazing to talk about today if you haven't read the title already. But basically, this is amazing news. So, I originally put a video up referring to Anne Rice putting out a movie or movie series for her Vampire Chronicles books, and I had asked all of you who would be playing Lestat, who would play Lestat. I will list that video in the description box so that you can go watch it and you can join the discussion, because it has recently been announced that there will not be a movie. The original guy who was writing it, his name was Boone, I believe, and he is just way too caught up with other projects to be able to continue with the project. The rights to the Vampire Chronicles was in the hands of Universal Studios, and recently Anne Rice had retrieved those rights to her books and is now writing. So instead of me paraphrasing, I'm going to go ahead and go to her post from November 26th, which was only a few days ago. And here it reads: the theatrical rights to the Vampire Chronicles are once again in my hands, free and clear. I could not be more excited about this. A television series of the highest quality is now my dream for Lestat, Louis, Armand, Marius, and the entire tribe. In this, the new golden age of television, such a series is the way to let the story of the vampires unfold. Her son, Christopher Rice, and whatever, will be developing a pilot script and a detailed outline for an open-ended series, faithfully presenting Lestat's story as it is told in the books, complete with the many situations the readers expect to see. We will likely begin with the vampire Lestat and move on from there. When we sit down finally to talk to the producers, we will have a fully realized vision of this project, with Christopher as the executive producer at the helm. I will also be an executive producer all the way. Again, I cannot tell you how happy it makes me to be able to announce this. As many of you know, Universal Studios and Imagine Entertainment had optioned the series to develop motion pictures from it. And though we had the pleasure of working with many fine people in connection with this plan, it did not work out. It is more than ever abundantly clear that television is where the vampires belong. Over the years, you all have told me how much you want to see a Game of Thrones style faithful rendering of this material and how much you want for the series to remain in my control. Well, I have heard you. I have always heard you. What you want is what I want. You, the readers, made these books a success. Am I about to cry right now? Okay, sorry. Okay. Before any movie was ever made based on them, and I will never forget that fact. Christopher and I will be posting many questions on the page for your input in the days to come. I am filled with optimism this morning about the future for my beloved brat Prince. What better way to start a tour for the new book? She recently released a new book called The Prince Lestat and the Realms of Atlantis. I have The Prince Lestat here still sitting on my shelf. I don't know why I haven't read it yet, but I am so excited. I literally felt like tears coming into my eyes as I was reading it, because I have been a huge fan of the Vampire Chronicles for a really long time, and I read the Vampire Lestat first. I had seen Interview with the Vampire ages ago. I was just a child, a toddler. I was like 4 or 3 years old, because Interview with the Vampire came out in 94. I was born in 92, so I was really young. And I read the Vampire Lestat in like 8th grade, and I fell in love. Anne Rice is the reason that I write. I do write, not as often as I used to write all the time, and I really need to get back into it. But I do write, and it's just amazing. And the best way to describe Anne's writing, it's seamless. So it flows really well. Pages and pages of description. And the dialogue is so specifically selected. It's not just thrown out there. Everything is thought through. Everything is so, like, it's just amazing. It's so good, and I'm really excited. I'm actually happy that this is going to be a television series instead, because I feel like you don't have to worry about pacing too much. I think Anne Rice does a very good job at pacing anyway. She is a natural storyteller, but she has a wonderful way with words. My vocabulary spiked reading her books. I'm not saying they're difficult to read, but she definitely knows how to use words in a very eloquent way, and I feel like, with her writing the script and being very hands-on, and I know this is what the fans want, and I'm just so excited. Like I said, we're not going to have to worry about pacing. It's just going to be a nice flow, and the fact that she's going to go in chronological order, because technically, you want to tell Lestat's story first, how he became a vampire, Magnus changing him, really not giving him a choice, and then you know the story. If you don't know the story, then read the freaking book, okay? So you want to start there. You want to start with his relationship with his mother. You want to even start back when he was human. Like, that would be great if they started at that point. That way we know Lestat is a human. And then we go up into the Interview with the Vampire, because Interview didn't really take place until Lestat was a vampire for a little bit. He was still quite young. Because in Interview with the vampires were like, is this all we are? And Lestat wouldn't really have any interaction with any of the vampires besides the one who made him. I think he had met Armand at one point too, but anyways, I am going off topic completely. So Anne Rice is going to be executive producer, and so is her son Christopher Rice, and like I said, she is going to be very hands-on for this. I know Interview with the Vampire is a very beloved movie from the fan base. Queen of the Damned not so much, but I still love that movie to pieces. And one thing that I really want to find is, specifically, who does she have in mind to play these people? You can still check out my Who Should Play Lestat video, because I do discuss some ideas that fans have tossed out there, but since this is television, it may not be the same. They may not pick a big movie star to play Lestat or any of the cast members. Of course, like I mentioned in the other video, Anne Rice has her own specific idea of what Lestat looks like, and here from an article from bloodydisgusting.com, when it comes to casting, which she says she will also be involved with, she doesn't have a specific person in mind for Lestat aside from 6 feet tall with blonde hair and blue eyes, but she does have a hope for Louis. Oh my god, okay, sorry, I just read this. Okay, so she's thinking Matt Bomer. Do you know who Matt Bomer is? Do you know? I will put an image somewhere around me of who Matt Bomer is. Dude, he would be perfect. And then for Maria, she has set her eyes on Matthew McFadden. I don't know how to say his name. McFadden? I don't know. Let me take a look at him. Okay. Oh, okay. He was in Pride and Prejudice. So if you don't know who that is by name, he is the actor who plays the love interest in Pride and Prejudice. So if that helps you out, other people may know him from Ripper Street as well. Fantastic. I think that's a great choice too. I don't know much about his acting though. I actually haven't seen Pride and Prejudice. But I don't have any words. I am so excited about this. Let me see what else I can dig up here. Okay, so I just read a little bit of this, and I'm going to read it back out to you. It's basically what I reiterated, but I didn't know it'd be like the same thing. So she then went on to discuss the plans that are being worked out, which include where the series will begin, stating nothing is firm yet, except that we do want to start with the second book in the series of Vampire Lestat. We want to start with him and his birth as a vampire and go on from there. And at this point, tentatively, I see 2 seasons maybe to do the entire book. Okay, so that is a long span. Now, depending on how many episodes she's going to utilize in each season will be determined. I don't think it's going to... I'm assuming this is going to be an hour show, so it might be anywhere between 10 to 13 episodes per per episode, per season. yeah, per season. Wow, I can't talk today. Okay. So if it's going to be like an HBO show or AMC or something, it's probably going to be an hour with commercials, 45 minutes without commercials. It's probably going to be about 10 to 13 episodes per season. So if you want to get an idea of what that means, that's going to be about 20 to 26 episodes altogether just for one book. And I think that's great, because if you want to take Queen of the Damned, for example, they were trying to put the Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Damned together in one book. In one movie, which is very hard to do. Those are big books. There's so much happening. There were so many like serious characters completely rid of, and I don't even understand why that was so. They really wanted to focus on just Lestat and just a few central characters, and not even explore who they are, who those other characters, like Cayman was on there, Armand had a brief cameo, so did Pandora. Any like casual fans of vampires who haven't read that far into the books, they have no idea who these people are. And I think it's important that the show will dive into all these different characters. And even get Akasha's death story right. I mean, it wasn't just Maharet, it was Makar too. They spoilers, they ate her heart and brain, right? That was like the opening of Queen of the Damned. They just showed like these subliminal type images of these two twins eating a brain and heart. So it would be really interesting to see all of this come to life. I'm sure a lot of you are emotional, and I'm very ecstatic, and I would love to continue talking about this as it unfolds. If you have anyone that you would like to see as Lestat, now it doesn't have to be a movie star. It can be someone who's predominant on TV. Matt Bomer has been shown on American Horror Story for a while now, since Freak Show. So Freak Show and Hotel, and then Roanoke. He would be a great option. He was also as far as in movies, he was in Magic Mike. He's been in a lot of stuff. So he has that sex appeal. He's beautiful, and if he can be as emo as Louis, then I'm for it. But yeah, who knows if those actors are going to be available. I would think they're stupid if they didn't sign up for this. This is going to be gigantic. This is going to be amazing. And I can't wait to be a part of this ride that is going to be the Vampire Chronicles television series. I'm so blown away. I literally could cry. I don't really cry over stuff like this. The only time I cried before was when I got the Vampire the Masquerade clan books for Christmas. I cried because I wanted them so bad, and I have them now, and now I'm getting a television series. I'm getting more Vampire Chronicles stuff now. It's fantastic. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I want to share this excitement with people, so please comment below. Tell me your thoughts. If you're pissed off about it, post it. If you don't want anyone to touch it, that's fine. But you know what? It's not just any hands that are touching it. It's the original creator and her son. People that respect it, and they're not going to tarnish it, and they're going to be executive producers. They're not going to let anybody come in there and change what her vision was, because that's what the fans want, and of course that's what Anne wants. So I don't know if there's anything else I should talk about. I don't want to forget anything. But anywhoozle, I think I covered everything. I hope you enjoyed my video. I just saw this news come up on my news feed, and I was so excited, and I just knew that I had to talk about it. I had to talk about it. This is the perfect subject for my channel. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I just hit about 200 subscribers, which is not a crazy amount, but I'm still happy. It's still considered a milestone to me because this is a very exclusive type of channel type that I have. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't get many more, but it's great that a lot of people are coming in because I try to keep my channel to be somewhat eclectic. But again, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, leave your comments below if you liked it. Like it, right? And then subscribe if you're not already, because I would really love to watch this grow into something bigger. Because I'm not monetized. I don't have enough followers to monetize anyway. But I'm not monetized. I do this because I want to do it. I do this because I put in all of this effort because I enjoy it and I want to meet other people who like what I like. So that's what I'm doing this for. So I really appreciate it, and I really want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.